Hey, good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well. It is Fun Friday here on the show, and we're going to talk a little bit about fun tailgating party, fun stuff. So, with the fall season here in the States, we have American football, and there's a lot of tailgating parties, and people get together, have some fun with friends and family, and they get together and watch the game, whether they tailgate in person, go to a college game, high school game, whatever it is. Watching pros last night. I was watching the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's going to be a tough season being an Eagles fan. And everybody says something, but they're all going to be close games, and they can be blowouts. But what do you do in the office? So, food's a great way of people to get the bond with each other. I think I did a show. I talked about that. I heard a podcast where people with food, it's in our genes to work together or communicate during while we eat and everything like that and grow closer together and join around that table. So let's talk about food. Let's do some fun stuff. So we're going to do that today, and we're going to do Fortune Cookie Friday. I have a fortune cookie, and we're going to talk about a couple of different things. And again, this is a 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Today is Fun Friday, where we try to do something fun and have some good times and share ideas for you can share with your team to have fun and things like that. And in fact, I'm probably going to do this activity with one of the teams I coach with, even if it's just on a Slack channel, and I'll talk about that a little bit too. And we do this so you can bring value to customer, not work crazy hours to get there, and have some fun. And the fun part, not just having fun, making a better long-term working arrangement or agreement or place to work, but it also helps your teammates feel more comfortable with asking for help, helping others, because they're more closer. When they're not closer to each other, they're like, why am I going to help you? I don't know who you are, and stuff like that. The better you can build people closer and have some fun with each other, the more likely they are to help each other out. And to be honest, that's why Scrum is good, is when they do help each other out, not when they work on individual silos as individuals, but when they help each other brainstorm, mastermind, if you would like, um, little ideas that help people who are trying to solve a problem to solve that problem. So with that, we got football season, right? We got football season. Last night was Eagles game. Watched that a little bit. And I was trying to think of today, besides being exhausted, tired, because it's a late time to watch it, what fun thing we do. And one of the fun things that I have always done, and I've done it a lot of places, is we would do parties or picnics, or everyone brings potluck, maybe you call it that, and bring food. You can do a theme like, hey, it's tailgate season, high school football, college football, professional football, any kind of sport that you might be into wherever you are in the world, and say, hey, what do we bring to these tailgate parties? So I wanted to bring a couple things, and then you could frame it out a little bit. One, you could bring it if they have meats or proteins, what proteins you share at the table. But then there's always the side things. To me, it's always the side dishes. My wife, she loves her sourdough, right? So she's like, okay, so maybe is there a special bread? And when you ask these questions, like some of the things like any special bread that you share, because everyone has their own little bakery or something they bring. Um, do you bring chili, right? There's some Hormel chili can. This is not homemade chili. I make my own chili. I have a recipe for that up there somewhere. Um, do you make hummus and do you make your own hummus, or do you buy it from the store? And maybe you share this recipe where you make a hummus recipe. Um, my what oh, do we eat healthy this year? Do we put fruit out for people to eat? Maybe we do. Maybe do you offer a healthy option on that table of junk food, or is it all that and like chips, like tortilla chips? Oh, I love the cheese dip and the chips. Oh my god, it's my favorite. That's Achilles heel. Or if you're making, or what kind of games do you play? Here's a bocce ball set. A lot of people, when they go tailgating, they pull out games. They do cornhole or other games like that, or just horseshoes, whatever you do in your game day. Now, this year, my wife has been experimenting with pickles. So we jarred our own pickles. They're pretty good. They're kind of vinegar, but they're good. They're good pickles. They're homemade. Um, do you offer pickle, homemade stuff like this? And she made a relish. So this year, if anybody eats any hot dogs, we have a lot of homemade relish. A lot, I will say. So we have a lot of relish there with all the cucumbers we had in the garden this year. So this is something you could do that's fun with the team. It's easy to do. It doesn't really take much thing. And you know what? Nobody really takes offense for now. There are some people that may be vegans and they may get upset and stuff like that, but most people are pretty even the vegan people are like, hey, you eat with it. You always offer, what is your vegan option? I got pickles. I got hummus, right? I got more relish. I got sourdough bread, things like that. If you want to do a like what if you did a vegetarian party? What would you bring? So you can have all kinds of different themes. So there's ways to do it to make everyone happy, but it's a fun thing for people to get together. They don't really think they comment on, oh, I make the best ribs, or I make the best chili, or I make the best pickles, or I make the best hummus, or here's my recipe for hummus. And you start sharing this stuff. And as people share food, they tend to learn more about each other, right? On one company I worked with years ago, I actually created a food channel in their Slack page, like where people would just share recipes of stuff they would make just to have some fun, right? It's not an official quote corporate. Some people get offended. Why are you putting unofficial corporate stuff like sharing recipes? Because I'm trying to, when people share food, they get closer to each other, right? That's why you go out to dinner with your clients. Same philosophy. You go out to dinner, you break bread, you make some sales, you get closer, you get to know them, a better way of working with your clients. Same as a team. So if anybody asks, why do we do this? It's the same process between going out to dinner with a client, right? And we all know about that. You go out to dinner, client, you go out, you enjoy some food, you talk, you make some business. Same thing with the team. So I wanted to share that with you as an idea for fun. It's really simple. I'm going to do it today where I'm going to put up a couple examples, like what do you do? Do you do a special bread? What do you, food, meat? Do you make some, what's your favorite side dish that you bring to the table? Do you make it? Do you buy it? Where do you get it? Things like that people can share in a little post in Slack just to get to know each other a little bit because it is football season. So it's timely. That's why I brought it up because the Eagles game last night. Yeah, they won. Yay. But it was rough. It's like watching the Phillies. It's really rough right now. So this is something you could do as a team. Again, maybe you make homemade pickles that you bring to the event, stuff like that. Maybe it's your favorite bread. Maybe it's a favorite game. Maybe it's homemade chili. I make my own chili. I don't usually use that stuff. That stuff comes out when we go camping. But that's and the boy wants it. Or do you do healthy stuff? What are your healthy options now? Do you do orange? Do you do an orange? Do you do an apple? Do you do mangoes? My son's really into mangoes right now. So do you freshly cut mangoes and things like that? I don't know. So have some fun, have some food things, do something. I mean, if you don't have an event and you're virtual, everyone can share what they offer and where they go to. Maybe they go to a favorite place to go buy stuff and they bring it to the thing. And with that, or how about this? Next party you have, this would be fun. Most people don't, most American people don't. Why not fortune cookies as an option during the next party, right? They're always fun. Fortune cookies are fun. You open it up. I mean, come on. Who doesn't like to open a fortune cookie and see what the fortune has to say? And it's a good little cookie, right? Good thing Bubble's not here. Jerry's here. He's sitting there quiet. Jerry, you want to say hi to everyone? And he's like, don't pick me up. Let's say hi. Come here, you big sleepy dog. Oh, boy. There he is. There's Jerry. Hi, Jerry. What you doing? You hanging out? You waiting? You heard there was food. That's why you're here, aren't you? I know. You think there's food. The only reason why Jerry's here is because I didn't know you were a bread dog. Maybe he's a bread dog. But who knows? Anyway. All right. Fortune Cookie Friday. Let's open the fortune cookie. Looks like there was a little damage there in this fortune cookie. So let's see what we got here. And again, it's Fun Friday. Fortune cookies would be a great thing to offer at a tailgate party or whatever. So go out, put a message in your chat thing. what recipes, what would you bring to a tailgate party? Do you make any homemade stuff? Do you go to a favorite store? Do you have a favorite bread? Do you make pickles? What's your favorite game that you might bring to a tailgate party that other people might want to learn how to play? Okay. Here's the fortune cookie. He who can take advice is sometimes superior to those who give it. He who can take advice is sometimes superior to those who give it. I'm going to go one angle with coaching. If you want to be a coach, you have to be open to be coached. If you want to be a Scrum Master, you have to be open to learning and being coached as a Scrum Master. You can coach other people, but if you're not open to being coached yourself, as I said, who's more superior, right? If you're open to being coached, I would tend to think that you're a more superior coach than one who just talks about coaching, who just gives advice, but is willing to take the advice too. So as you go up, and actually that would be a really good one. I heard a podcast the other day, and it was Hermosi and Leela, and she was talking about the way you get promoted is you build peer-to-peer networks where you can get advice from other peers and getting feedback from below and above and sideways. So you get promoted and you become superior at your job when you open up those communication loops with other people. Now, as far as the recipes go, as far as this, you might get a superior product for your next party if everyone shares some ideas like how to make hummus from scratch, which, oh my God, it's so much better than the hummus you buy in the grocery store. And it's very simple: can of garbanzo beans and a little olive oil, and you could use peanut butter. I think it's tamarind paste or whatever it is, but I just use peanut butter, to be honest with you. And then even I don't even need to use the peanut butter. It tastes good just when you put olive oil and the garbanzo bean, put it in a blender, maybe put some garlic in there. It's awesome. So much better to store bought, and it's so much cleaner. So anyway, maybe you take advice from other people and what they give out during their tailgating party. So now your tailgate party just got superior because you got all these ideas from other people you work with. So with that is Fun Friday. I want to wish you the best, and I hope you have some fun with coworkers and family, and share some recipes for tailgating and parties and sports events and stuff like that. And then even if you actually do come in the office every once in a while, do a tailgate party, do a potluck, bring some of those things that you normally would make for your friends and family, bring them into work, invite your coworkers to try your treats. With that, I want to say, everyone, have a great day. Actually, I might do that next time I do go in person. I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to bring some appetizers. I wanted to bring pretzels, but maybe next time I do that, I will bring something to the meeting, because at least some of the people are there. Not everyone's there. There's still a lot of people remote, but maybe I'll bring some things for people to try. So with that, I want to wish you all the best. Have a great day. Happy scrumming. Enjoy your weekend. I hope you get to enjoy some tailgating, some parties with family and friends, and share with your coworkers. Have a little fun. Again, it's just like when business people, if any of your bosses ever say, well, why are you doing the recipe? Why are you sharing food? Oh, it's the same logic of why do we take customers out to eat? So we can get to know them better, understand them better, break down the barriers, and work better as a group together. It's the same logic. I'm surprised no one ever told anybody that. And I don't understand why they don't get it either. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy. Happy scrumming, and see you on Monday.